live.
And you can't figure out how to turn your camera.
Right there, look at that. It's coming out of the tripod or whatever, the printer base, right there.
I got 14.
I've got 0. You heard it right here first. Galway Lights has got the better subscriber rate. Look at this. Look, we're going to beat them. Can we beat Glowing Firewood's rate? I've got 0. See that star thing? That is the bottom of a tree stump. It's going to take approximately 1 hour to print this baby. See, I have more information on my channel. And we're using plastic. We're printing it. It's a gray plastic because it's paintable. Paintable plastic. The table is 220 degrees. See, I'm telling you the information that you need.
That's even wrong, bro. The nozzle's 220 degrees.
The nozzle, see that? Even I tell you the corrections. I admit I made a mistake. It's 220 degrees for the nozzle, and the nozzle is a 4-point-something millimeter.
What heats the bed then?
The heating of the bed is through electronic elements.
What? Shut the freak up. What?
You still have nobody. Did you make sure it was public?
The element is heated by high-tech electrical interference through inductor modules. It makes the table very hot. That way that thing sticks.
Okay, so what's the temperature then? Tell me.
The temperature is 235 degrees on that table tent.
Nothing is 235 degrees. The nozzle's
Stop.
220 degrees.
The table is 180 degrees.
The table
You
is
still don't have
78
anybody. You sure you're
90
public?
degrees?
78 degrees.
Are you sure
70,
you're public?
70 degrees. You heard it here first. Yeah,
See what it
boy.
is now.
Did you make sure
Now
it was
it's
public
70
before
degrees and 215 degrees.
All right, so now the table is at 19%. And something else is at 115.
Uncle Frank's
All right, so it's 115 for the nozzle and 70 degrees for the table.
Starts it on this
Holy crud!
You can't touch this. This is hot.
That's what that is.
At 70 degrees, this shouldn't be hot. Let me see if it burns my finger.
tell the
You're going to see it right here live. Do I burn my finger? Look at this. I'm touching the table and not getting burnt. Look at that. No pain, no gain. Look at that. That table is warm. Warm to the touch. I have an echo in here. And you heard it here first. Look, I am telling you all the information that you want to know. Look, this is the print head nozzle. Look at that. See, that's the nozzle. And there's some type of thing here that makes electrons go through this little wire here and some other wire here.
The only person hearing this is me.
I know.
Let me show you here first. This is how it works.
Looks like 18 or something. It's hard to see with that glare. 8 now.
Inside this little bag is the original Creativity nozzle. There's the nozzle. And here is some type of heat sensor right there. And look at this. There is the wires that go to the coil. And for some reason, when the plastic goes through this little hole, if it gets like dirt or, I don't know, dust, something in there, it clogs up this little tiny little nozzle right there, and it won't come out. Now, I had the brainy idea of like reaming this out and cleaning it out. And guess what? It didn't work. So I think we had to pay another $14. $14? $14 for a new one of these babies.
So somebody else already did it.
Somebody else already did this live?
No.
You censored his message. You don't want it? You can print
YouTube
nipple covers.
Yeah. It should have waited, did it? Yeah.
I have 0 subscribers. 1. Hey, thank you for watching the live. You're the only one that's ever been in here. Please do not leave. I'm trying to build Glowing Firewood's live subscriber count, and I have 0 until you came in here. Thank you for coming in here. Make all the comments you want. I don't even know how to read it. How do you read the comments?
How do you read the comments?
Yeah.
Nobody commented. That's how you...
I'm dead.
Look, see, I got comments. I got somebody saying that they want us to print stuff.
He has seven subscribers
Someone
watching
said I
his
love the
channel.
kids.
Please do not leave
Why
my
is
channel.
that censored?
Glowing Firewood does not need to win
Because
this.
he loves
This is the
kids.
battle. Oh, I lost them all. I get them back. Thank you for coming back to the live. This is trying to beat Glowing Firewood on the same log video. You're alive. Watching this log being printed 3D. Please, do you want to watch a video game? Is that more interesting? Okay, we're back to the live of the log.
I'm down to 5.
I just lost my subscriber. Man,
I got 5 views right now.
I got 0. 0 subscribers watching, 0 comments, 0 checkups. I'm like dead in the water.
Some person's 11 is watching.
What if I
This
change?
other person said that they have 20 26K subscribers. Well, that's nice.
I have no subscribers. I have nobody watching my video.
My uncle is live streaming too, and he's not getting any views.
Look, I can touch the table on my channel. Look. You can't do that. Look, it didn't even mess up the 3D thing because I was so gentle doing this.
Watch, you mess it up.
And I'm giving you all the inside scoops. Look at this. This is the heat shield.
Watch the other guy eat some.
This is the heat shield. Look, I'm giving you all the information on my channel. My channel has all the information. Look at this. Look at all this detail that you get. Not with that other glowing firewood channel. Look, this is the insulator. Excuse me. This is the insulator that goes around this thing, and it keeps the heat in here. And I guess when you get a new one, you get a new one of these too, this insulator. And I learned from my mistakes, you want to heat this thing up before you remove this boot because this gets melted on here. I learned by mistake because this gets really stuck on there. And I don't know how you're supposed to take this thing apart when it's hot, but you are supposed to take this nozzle and unscrew it when it's hot. You want to see what one of these nozzles look like? Here it goes. This is the nozzle. Look, I am showing you the details on my channel. Look at this. Nobody else goes to this.
My channel's the better channel because I got
to this extreme. Look at this. I am showing you the nozzle. Look at that. He does not have the technology. Look at it. That is the nozzle. Look how that screws into that thing there.
You can see the hearts on some. On some of these too.
on mine. Yeah.
Look at that. See, there's the nozzle. Look how much you have to unscrew this thing. And they give you this thinky little wrench here. This thing. You're supposed to take this and unscrew. Here, I think it's this end. It's not even this nozzle. They don't even get in the right tool. Look, it doesn't even come off. I don't even know how you're supposed to take off with your teeth. Oh, wait, here. Here it is. Here's the tool. See, I have the technical information here on this channel. Look at this. This is the thing you unscrew this thing with. And you have to turn this 100 zillion times if you want to change that nozzle.
Let's see who can get the first super chat. See if anybody will send a.
Don't worry about super chats. I know you're all poor out there. Don't even try it. Don't even try super chat. I know we're all poor. I have the poor channel.
We're printing a log.
Now, tell me in the comments. Leave your comment. How many of you have ever printed your own boat? This is the thing that everybody prints. The first thing you ever print is a boat.
This channel, don't watch his live. Don't watch Galloway Lights.
Do not watch this guy over here. This guy, he should be on firewood. Firewood channel only. No, this is 3D printing. This is out of your scale. Look, this is all my scale right here. This is related to bees. See, the reason this is related to bees, look at this. Because trees are where bees live. See? This is all up my channel.
Stumps of where firewood comes from.
Yeah, stumps are where firewood come from too, so.
Oh, man.
I can't even see your face, bro.
Yeah, let's just switch your camera around if they want you to see your face.
That's not funny. Bye.
I got 6 views.
All right, stop looking at the other screen over there. We're not doing video games today. We're doing printing tree stumps. This is the tree stump channel, live to you. This is how trees are made. One print at a time.
40 minutes and 40.
Now I'm told that this print goes in an X and Y axis. So it goes this way, and it moves on all these little belts. Look at this belt. That thing goes back and forth, and it causes that thing to know exactly where to print each piece of that plastic. It comes out, if you missed it earlier, it comes out of this little nozzle. It looks like a pencil. Where did it go? I lost the nozzle. It comes out of this right here. This is the nozzle. Man, if this thing would only focus. Sorry, we have technical difficulties. All right, so that is a used nozzle. As you can see, all the goo on the outside of it. And it moves this thing around, back and forth, and up and down. So that's 3 accesses to make one tree stump.
See, you don't even got a single person to even put a comment on your video.
I have 3 people. Yeah, thank you for coming in live. I am rolling in the.
I got 5.
Oh, come on. Tell your friends you got to get on the log channel for Galloway Lights. We're going to watch this stump come right out of this plastic bed. This bed is removable. Look at this. He won't even show you this. Look at this. It has a little spot right here. You put your finger on there and you pull that up. When you pull that up, the whole plate comes off, and then you flex it and it pops off. It pops off the bed. Look, it has this little, look, this is the back. Look at this. I'm showing you all the information on this channel. That's the back side. This is what the print looks like on the back, and then this is the top. And notice the difference, because it has all those little zigzags and stuff as the print head goes around.
You dropped it. How did you even drop it?
I don't know, it's slippery. So then when you peel it off the table, it looks like very fuzzy. Fuzzy
Look,
bear.
you got one comment.
Here's another one. Now this one has a print bed of like all kinds of stuff that you throw away when you're done. And see how each one of these things where it gets attached, it kind of gets messed up as it's trying to print for the first time in the air. So it doesn't look the freshest. And then when you go to the top, look how smooth this baby is. You can see every track that it goes on there. It almost looks like grain on a piece of wood. Looks so much better on the sides and the top. And that is what we have that we're playing with right here. This is a 3D printing live. The first time on YouTube ever been done before.
Yeah, okay.
A tree stump coming right out of the table. Because we all know that beekeepers always have trees with bees. Oh, and look at this. I'm going to show you. This is what they make lots of when you do 3D printing. This is what adheres it to the table. It gives it much more space. So anything you're printing, you have this ring of garbage that goes around the object like this. And then you peel this away. But it makes sure that it sticks to the table. So when you're 3D printing, you're going to have tons and tons of garbage. Like, look at this garbage right here. This is all trash.
I just rinsed it because it's all dusty, but now it's all wet.
Now this guy was printed standing up. So every little piece of his arm, every little object that is straight vertical connected to garbage to try and support this character. And this is where he was attached to at the bottom of the table. Yes. Oh, you're out of power?
I'm going to be. I'm live streaming any longer. I'm going to be out of power.
This is the stuff that you have to...
Okay, you're making a big mess. You're cleaning that mess up.
This is the stuff you play with when you do 3D printing. It's all the failures. When it doesn't stick to itself, when it doesn't stick to the table. Look, this is a support. Look at this. Here's a perfect example of a support. See this? You don't see this on other channels. Look at this. This is a support. This is the throwaway device that helps hold objects up. Stop cheating off my camera stuff. You see this? He's stealing photography stuff right here. He is stealing on my, oh man, I should charge him for that. This is free. This ain't free. This is high tech here. I get paid big bucks for this. Look at this. And then all this stuff is cheaply printed. And so you can pull it apart in layers like this.
You're not even answering your people that are commenting.
Oh, hey Jimmy, thanks for coming on live. This is not fixing any rotting motorcycles. We are not taking any road trips. We are watching trees grow right out of the table. Yeah, I did make a B frame, Jimmy Lufts. I made a B frame. Actually, to tell you the truth, this is not even my printer. It's my son's printer. My son actually made the B frame. I made the suggestion. It is actually in one of the hives. I put it in there in the den of winter. It was still snowing outside. And I am still waiting to see if the bees take to it. It's plastic. It has not been dipped in wax. But we will find out if the bees actually take on it. It took, how many hours did it take to print that beehive?
20 hours.
20 hours, and it was 1/3 of a whole frame. 1/3. So, look at this. You don't see this on other channels. Look, this is a...
You gotta zoom your camera out.
Oh, okay.
You got it zoomed up all the way to China.
This is a B frame. So, it was 1/3, so it'd be about this big from here to here. It was all wax or printed 3D plastics. Now, this is a sample that we were printing. This is called a queen cup. And the idea here is to see whether the thing prints properly with different elements, filaments. They print differently. So this is a simple, small object, a lot smaller than one of these boats. So it takes less plastic to try things out. One of the things that you find out is with this, you can see how the layers stick. So this is only one layer thick on this rim, which for some reason is focusing on my thumb and not the rim. So that rim is one layer thick. So then what you do is you see if this can peel apart. If this peels apart, then it's not sticking to itself. The other thing is when it's printed, there's supports on the bottom of this post here. So you can see whether your supports are sticking to the object when you're printing. And so that tells you how well it sticks to the table and how easy it is to release. And then basically you know whether your printing is ready for something that's going to be a little bit more time to take to print. Like for example, here's one that like really printed horrible. Like you can see the rough edges on it. It looks like we had it too hot or something. And here's another blobby one.
You not the one like the bending.
Here's another. Here's a really bad one. See it?
Check the metal.
Yeah.
And stuff.
So that's one of the things we do with the printing.
You could probably get some expensive ones.
Yeah, this is definitely a trial by error, and you have lots of this. Lots.
Do me a favor, go to
of this plastic garbage.
Type boo on his live stream.
Look at all this. This is just one thing after another. Look at all these failures. Stop stealing my content here. Look at this. My subscriber did. Look at all this junk. See, that's all the supports. You can see how they print around the object, and if they stick too well. Now my camera's messed up. What the heck is wrong with my camera?
You're the one that did it.
Originally, come on, stay right there. My DJI gimbal just totally went floppy on me. Sorry guys. I'm gonna take you off the gimbal.
Well, at least my live stream's a lot better than
Look at
yours.
this. Look at this. Look at this. This is flopsy.
Maybe
Technical difficulty.
Reset it.
We reset it. All right. We turn it off. How you turn this thing off? I don't even know how you turn this thing off. Power button here. Go away. Shut off. It's having a hissy fit. Here. Shut down. This thing is totally retarded here.
Nobody wants to send a super chat?
Off. That's another way to turn it off. You just close it up. Look at that. Now you open it up. And now it should work. And then we're going to take this thing, attach this to the phone. It says Mom. We'll stick that on the phone. Stick it on the gimbal. And now the gimbal should work. Hold on. Here he goes. Turn to the left, to the right, down. How come it won't down? Oh, I have to tilt it manually or something.
Wow, people are getting real seasick on your camera. Sheesh.
There we go. Look at that beautiful reception here. Look, you don't get so close. Look at this. I can zoom in on this thing. There it is. I got it.
Sometimes when you zoom in though on the live,
Then I have to get a map gas and recycle it. Yeah, map gas. I was looking online. Some of the people make those recyclers for the 3D plastics. They got to be clean. And apparently humidity is another issue with the plastic. So it's a little more complicated than I thought it would be. But we are saving this junk in case someday we get into that stage or we experiment with it. Right now, a roll of 3D plastic is about $14. so far, it hasn't gotten too involved because we haven't done a whole lot of this stuff. But maybe later on we might get into it to a point where it might be worth recycling. Now I was also thinking like 3D printing with plastic soda bottles and stuff. That would be interesting. But apparently each one of these plastics has different characteristics. Like some of them are better for outside in the sun, lower temperatures because they get brittle and they sag. So there's all different qualities of the different plastics. And when
How
you're
many
printing
likes
them,
do you have?
25. I have 25 likes. No, I have 2.
I
I'm
have
lucky if
10.
I have 2 people watching. Can you get a shot out? I sub. Hey, C3D printing. I am shouting you out. Thank you for coming on. I'm sorry you're still probably not here.
What? Somebody?
He wanted a
3D
shout out. No. C3D printing was on my live. He was actually watching this. So now if you want to go to C3D printing, wait until this live is over. Otherwise I'll have no subscribers, and then Glowing Firewood 50 is going to have more than I did, and he'll win this battle. So don't wait until after we're done, because right now I'm trying to see if I can get more than he does. Grounding knowledge.
I'm at 6
Thank you.
views right now.
Thank you for coming on. I'm sorry you had to retract your message. You know, if you type it in again and you hit send, we might be able to read it. You know, sometimes spell check doesn't work. I understand. I feel your pain, but please try commenting again, because every comment is worth
Go
it.
on Galloway Lights and type
No!
boo on his channel. Type boo.
Go
Galloway
to
Lights.
Glowing Firewood and give him the axe. Seriously, give him the axe.
Give him the axe. Galloway Lights.
This is wrong. You know, I used to do
Let's
this on
see how many
Tik-
thumbs down he can get on
I
his
used to do this
channel.
on TikTok. This is how you battle with the different subscribers, or you whatever they were. What were they on TikTok? What do they call them people? TikTokers?
Followers? I don't know.
I don't know.
Use TikTok.
The different TikTokers. They used to have battles like this all the time, trying to get the most likes and most. You know, give me a rose, or give me a diamond, or
You can give me a diamond. Still can't figure out how to
they have
sell it.
diamonds on YouTube.
Yeah.
Are you
They got
serious?
diamonds. Nobody sent you a diamond.
Nobody sent me a diamond. Boo boo.
Apparently, I looked it up. It's like you have to
You have to
we
buy
get
them.
like 100 of them, and then we get $1.
Oh wow, $1 for a diamond. And what's
They
YouTube's
gotta send
cut?
100. You gotta get 100 diamonds.
And
you
what's
get $1.
YouTube's cut?
I don't know.
They're any way you could possibly make money
If
off
you
of
have
YouTube.
a question that you think we might know, ask it.
No, don't ask him. Ask me. Over here at Galloway Lights. Let's be frank. I will be frank with you with the answer. Galloway or that other guy, the Glowing Firewood. He's just going to give you the axe anyway. Now this is a box. We're going to do a reveal right here. Made in China. We're going to do a reveal. If I get 5 more watchers, I'll open up this box and show you what's inside of it. Let me check, make sure it's not something that's bad. Okay,
It's in there. How are they gonna watch more?
Yeah, I'm going to show them what's in the box.
Well, make it likes then or something.
No, I need 5. Tell your friends I need 5 more Made in China box. This official box. I will open it live right here on YouTube. Don't tell them that. 5 more. I just need 5 more watchers, and we will open this right here live. Look, it has a little flap. I'll give you a little sneak peek. Look at that. Look, it opens like this. I'll show you what is in the box right here live on YouTube.
Oil up is the craziest comment. I should start commenting oil up to people.
And I don't know if this is one of the tools that you need, but it's here on the table. So it's probably one of the things, if you have a 3D printer, you're probably need one of these. And I'm going to show you another tool you need.
I got it from Alex.
What the heck is this for? Airplane lube?
Thermal
Acrylic
paste.
slicer.
Thermal
5.
paste, you retard.
What do you need thermal paste for a 3D printer?
It goes between the freaking nozzle thing that I removed and the heat and the cooling brick.
Do you hear that? You need
Cooling rod
3
and the nozzle,
stuff to put in between the nozzle and the something in here. You need
It's essentially thermal paste. So I bought out thermal paste.
you need
Alex, even though I have my own thermal
thermal
paste. I couldn't
paste.
find it, so I could
So
walk
if you
it
ever
out.
get into 3D printing, you need thermal paste.
No, you don't. Not
And you need one of these things. It's a cane for when you're really old. So you can walk on your 3D printer. And see, what else do we need when we're 3D printing?
16 million extra
We need one of
I
these.
got a one.
It's a straw
nozzle.
that is sealed off. For 3D printing, you need one of these. A straw that has it's sealed off.
This guy's retarded, man. Somebody give this guy some brain.
What else do we need? Oh, and this is another oopsie moment in 3D printing. Look at that. That is an oopsie moment. If you see this spewing all over your table, hit the emergency stop button because it's just wasting your filament. This happens sometimes when you're doing 3D printing. I got 4. How many you got?
3 right
Yeah, I'm beating them. Thank you, guys. Thank you to all the subscribers out there and all the watchers to my YouTube channel, Galway Lights. Let's be frank. Thank you for coming off of Glowing Firewood. I appreciate you moving over to the right channel. This is it. Look at this. I'm going to point it out to you right here live. This is a support. Right there. See that? He won't show you this stuff, but right there, that little tower right there, that is a support. That is the part that is going to hold up the axe in the top of the log. See, he won't even tell you that. But look, right there from my angle.
for me.
Yeah, but you don't have this angle. Look, I have this angle. I have this view from this angle. I paid for this side of the print head. Right here. Right here. That is the support for the axe. Okay, we only need 5 more watchers, and we're going to be opening up live this Made in China box. Live. Right here on the Galway Lights Let's Be Frank Tree Stump channel. We're going to be making a live. I'll give you a preview. Look, inside that box right there. That's a preview. We're going to show you right here live. All I need is get your friends. 5 more watchers, and we will open that box live right here on YouTube. Is that HDPE compatible? Just wondering. HDPE. What the heck is HDPE? I'm asking my technical person over there.
HDPE, is that exactly what he said?
Yeah, HDPE. All capitals. He's going to look it up on YouTube. Compatible. Oh, you mean is the Creativity printer compatible with HDPE? What do they call it? Plastics, I guess. Well, I could tell you one of them that's compatible with. Look at this. I'm going to show you. Inside here, this is a heated box. It keeps your filament dry because apparently moisture is your enemy with filament. If it gets humidity in it, it doesn't work. It's not compatible with
HDPE is not a 3D printing filament.
HDPE
It's
compatible.
It's like a.
Oh, is it similar to it?
It's a very lesser used 3D printing filament. It's like ABS but stickier, I think.
So
We won't use it as much.
HDPE is like stickier ABS.
Essentially, I think.
All right, so we have something that's similar to ABS. In fact, this might be it right here. This is PETG. Is this this is the ABS one?
No. It's this is what the guy's saying. Mostly because it warps a lot and doesn't stick to itself well. So it warps and it's hard to print with.
All right, so the HDPE sticks very badly to itself, and it's hard to print because it warps. So what is this PETG? Is that the ABS compatible?
Yeah, it's like bottle caps.
So this is bottle caps. So we've done PETG, which is like bottle caps, and it sits right in this box, so it stays nice and dry, and so it doesn't get humidity. So what are we printing with today? We are printing with PLA. You heard it first, right here on this Galway Lights Let's Be Frank channel. We are printing with PLA Blacko, Basic, PLA Basic. And you can see how much printing it barely moves that wheel around. And this is some type of a monitor, I think. And then it goes in here. I know you have to feed it in here. And there's a wheel on the side or something you move around. I forget in order to get the filament through because it has to melt to get it down through in there. And there's one of the stepper motors. And look at here's the gears. It makes it go up and down. And there's little motors in the back. And oh look, there's a gear on the front of the table that goes around back and forth. You got 7 watching. Shwoo! I had 7. He lost all his. He's too busy playing with his phone. Oh, he's texting people.
I'm making a poll.
A poll? I don't want to make a poll.
I said, go in the comments, and it says that if you go to Let's Be Frank's YouTube channel and put booze in the live stream, and if you did, hit yes.
I want to make a poll. How do you do a poll?
Oh, it looks like the 3D print is done.
Chat, filter, community
Yay!
moderation.
So how do we take this off, Frank?
Okay.
Oh, it's done? Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
it's done.
I didn't even see that. Cancel.
Well, first you want to wait for it to cool a little bit, and then you should just be able to.
That is
As
the
soon as the bed is.
That
I
is
know,
the
it took a half hour.
that's the finished thing. How?
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Whoa! I missed it, guys. I was talking too much.
Yeah, you were yapping so much.
And you can't even zoom your camera where you want. See, mine's right
I'm
there.
on a technical tripod thing, and DJI or something
What
like
is
that.
this, bruh?
I'm getting it. Look, there it is. There, I found the tree stump. And right here, look, I'm showing you the axe. Right there. That is the axe, and it is in the wood. And in all this right here, this is all trash. Oops, right here, this is all trash to support this little handle right here that goes into the log.
How do you know
So it
it's
has the thickness of one filament, a gap of the one thickness of the filament between it.
It's more likely to work if it's still hot. So I think
All right, so he's going to remove it from the
Well,
table.
the tray's a little warm. Does that matter?
This ain't hot. Look,
I said
This is
warm.
for
it's still hot.
wimpies.
If you
So you
want to
pull
do it,
this up and it flexes off. Watch, here goes live. Look at that. Look
it's
at that.
freaking hot, bro.
That's what I said.
And look how it pops off of there. Simple. Did it pop off?
Yeah, it's off.
It's
It's
free.
And then
Look
you
at
gotta-
this.
You gotta freaking delicately remove the support.
Look, I have the
I
better
would get-
view. I have the better view. Look at this. I have a
you got
better
a
view.
shadow.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be impossible.
So
Oh,
then
no.
there's
All right.
scissors.
So essentially, what you want to do is you want to be as gentle as you possibly can, so because this can very easily break off. You don't want the handle. to
So I guess
break
just just
off.
like snip in here, I guess would be
So
fine.
the best way to do it. The best way to do it is usually to use a twisting action.
So grab here and just twist it.
So you can very gently twist it until you break exactly what you
Nope.
want, and you broke it.
And I broke
He
the
broke
axe
it?
out.
We waited
I
a whole
broke the
hour and he
axe
broke
off.
the axe off. Look at that. Glowing firewood.
Alright,
Totally. You saw it right here live.
Hot glue it back
Glowing
together.
firewood actually broke the axe. Look at that. Can you
Don't
believe
worry.
Well,
it?
you gotta take the axe off to be able to split
He,
the
look
firewood.
at that.
There's the axe, and here's the
So we
stump.
can just hot
He
glue it
broke the
at
axe.
some point.
Can you believe that? I waited a whole hour for this and he
It's
broke
30
the axe.
minutes. Where's your phone saying hour?
All right, so
You just hot glue it.
I was given the wrong information. I was reading from your phone.
Well,
You're-
look, it put weird stuff right where that axe was supposed to be anyway.
There's weird stuff. It's sawdust.
Yeah, there was barely anything holding that axe on anyway. That's why the axe head came off. Well, there you go. We got a stump, and we got an axe. There you go.
I waited all this time to watch this.
Yeah, you really did.
Why is the axe so short?
I don't know.
Oh, it's supposed to be in the wood. Okay, I get it. So what can you glue this on with? This is PLA.
Hot glue at some point. I don't know.
I don't know.
where.
Crazy glue or something. I would assume would work too.
We have a broken stump.
You just tape it until you get home. Tape it.
All right, you saw it here live. I think we should end this before we get in more trouble. Thank you for coming out here.
I'm gonna see who won.
I got 5.
Well, I got 3 right now, but to see who's
I
the
won.
total
Look at
here.
this. 5. Dun, 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 dun,
Alright,
dun,
I'm
dun, 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 dun.
I'm ending it right now.
All right, bye. See you
At
later.
40 minutes.
Bye. See you later.
Dad, not some burst